I'm Chris P, and a couple years ago I decided to get together with some artist friends and record our conversations while we draw, maybe have a couple drinks or two. It's probably not funny, the audio quality's not so great, we broke the 180 rule and had to flip the master shot, but if you like listening to artists talk about drawing and shit that happened to them, then maybe this is for you. It's called The Tongue and Pencil.
All right.
What's going on, man?
JJ.
Yes.
Welcome to The Tongue and Pencil.
Thank you.
So you know this is an experiment, right? Oh, shit. All right, so what do you want to drink? You want some tequila?
Oh, dude, I'll take some tequila. I'm drinking a Guinness. Right. Nothing like mixing the UK with some Mexico.
All right, so JJ Villard. How do you want to introduce yourself? What do you want to be called?
Call me the Bravado.
I'm going to call you artist, director, creator of King Star King, among other things.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
All right. I'm going to pour this for you and I'll trade glasses with you. How much you want?
The Shrek professional.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you about that.
However much you want.
A thing like perfect. That's good. Swap out with you. All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Right,
Thank you, Chris, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I see Dan.
Dan's out there.
On vibrate.
Phone counting. Rocking the camera.
I missed the first word. And you wrote.
All right, we're doing it. So anyway, as you know, this is kind of an experiment. We're trying to figure out what this is. You're going to help shape what this becomes.
That's good.
So
I'm down with that.
What we're going to do here on The Tongue and Pencil is we're going to talk. It'll be kind of like an interview,
yes,
but it'll kind of be like bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll ask you some shit about cartoons. We'll talk about cartoons.
That's
we'll
my favorite topic.
We'll talk about whatever, and maybe drink a little bit.
Salud. Cheers.
We're gonna draw pictures.
Thank you for this, Chris.
All right. Cheers. We're gonna draw pictures, and then what you know what we're gonna do about halfway through, we're gonna switch and draw on each other's pictures.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Then we'll have these pictures to look at the end.
Dude,
pretty cool, right?
That sounds so fun.
All right. So let's start doodling.
I'll do the shit out of this.
So let me ask you. I'll start off with, since you brought it up, Shrek.
Oh yes,
right?
Shrek, the highlight and the downfall of my career.
So did you enjoy your experience working on those Shrek movies?
I'll tell you what, Shrek. I worked on Shrek 3 and 4.
Uh-huh.
I did several sequences, storyboarding, and designing.
Yeah.
And it taught me a lot about this industry. It made me dread this industry, and it made me love this industry. So I have mixed feelings about Shrek. I love how corrupt and evil it is, but I also understand there's like some passion and there's really talented people behind it too.
Right on.
So I'm kind of like a mix in between loving and hating Shrek.
So, like, what's the craziest thing that happened? You say you learned stuff. You learned about talented people.
I learned that there's cocaine and blow in the industry. And I learned that at DreamWorks, and I stayed away from that. Yeah. There's people doing that stuff there, and it scared me at first because...
it scared you because you have kind of like a reputation of being like a wild man.
I know.
Is that true, or is that like...
So many people think my energy's from narcotics.
Yeah?
It's so not true.
What's it from?
I have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I wake up at 6:30 every day.
Yeah.
It's just this thing that happens to me. I don't do blow. I don't do drugs. I don't not like them, but
yeah.
At the same time, no, I don't do them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're like Run DMC.
Yeah. So yeah, and so people, I've been given 8 balls underneath tables, like thinking that I was gonna score them. I've been asked, to this day, I get asked all the time, like if I'd like to go do a bump in a bathroom or like somewhere.
How does that make you feel?
I don't give a shit. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Hey man, thank you very much for offering.
Yeah.
But you know, it's cool. I'm here. I can party.
Yeah. I know. I just did. You know, we did one of these with Chrissy too, and he has that same kind of thing. Like everybody thinks, like, you know, sometimes people get a reputation like, hey, you're the guy that likes to do a lot of coke,
Yes.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I have that with beers. People think I'm the guy to drink beer with, and the thing is, I love to drink beer, except it made my eyebrow fall off, so now I gotta drink tequila.
Yes, I know. You don't drink beer.
Fucking nuts.
It's so
I
strange.
hate it when that happens.
And I think people find it so strange when I say I don't want to drink below.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all messed up.
Leave the drinking blow to the executives.
Yeah.
Right? They love to drink blow.
Yeah.
So the first time I became aware of you, right, is I went to this like Directors Guild screening in like 2005 or 2004, whenever it was, and I saw Son of Satan.
Oh no
right?
shit.
So I really dig it. So you're a big fan of Bukowski, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Bukowski is awesome.
So did you have to like deal with his family when you made that or anything?
Yes, I did. Linda Bukowski, she gave me the absolute rights to go ahead and put that in any film festival I wanted. She was really awesome about it.
Yeah?
I to this day, I send her flowers every Christmas. And
Nice.
just to thank her, because without her, DreamWorks wouldn't have seen my stuff, and I wouldn't have been hired on at DreamWorks.
Right on. And that was like what you consider to be the start of your career.
Yes, that's right.
Right on.
Because it got into Cannes Film Festival,
Nice.
and that's where Shrek 3 got into Cannes.
Gotcha.
And that's where they saw Shrek 2, sorry. Shrek 2 got into Cannes. And that's where they saw the Son of Satan. And they said, what the hell? This is dramatic. How did this guy make...
They said, what the hell?
They said, how did this guy make cartoons so dramatic?
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, I had fun doing it. That was all. It was a cool project.
What's your favorite Bukowski work?
Oh God, Hollywood or Women.
Yeah.
I used to read Women. In the first time I read it in the bus, and it gave me boners.
So like, was he an inspiration?
Yes, but he made me realize, you know what, you can. It's such a free world to get messed up and have fun at the same time. And I have to admit, I did do a lot of drinking, but I was able to maintain it because I worked so hard, man.
Work hard, play hard. Right?
Work hard, play hard, and then so I mixed those two things up, and yeah.
So did he influence your kind of like, because whether you deserve it or not, you've got this wild man reputation. Did he influence kind of like how you're perceived, you think, because you made that film?
Yeah.
It's like he's the Bukowski guy. He's, fucking whores. He's going to strip clubs. He's getting drunk all the time. Whatever, You think that like, because a lot of times the first thing, the way you're perceived, the very first thing, that's what people think. You know?
No, he didn't. I was raised in Santa Barbara, and it's a very just clean, beautiful city. I was in surf class, and in surf class, my high school had a surf class, and we were just fucking insane. We were wild in that class, man. Running around naked, pissing on each other, giving each other wedgies, all that stuff.
Like Richard Christie.
Yes.
You pee on another guy in the shower? You did in the ocean.
We
right?
pissed, we farted on each other.
Yeah.
Buttercup, that's when you fart in your hand and throw it in another friend's face.
Yeah.
And we did all that stuff. It started at a very young age.
So you grew up surfing?
Grew up surfing, man, and I don't surf anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. But there was a lot of debauchery starting at a young age.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, but you like drinking, right?
Yes. Yeah, drinking's cool. I'm down with that. I do have to slow that down though. I really want to get focused on this new project I'm working on for Adult Swim.
Right on.
And then and so with that, I got to cut back the drinking, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
When I go back to Santa Barbara, I never drink, and I don't miss it there. But when here in LA, there's so many meetings all the time, meetings. And so like a lot of them, you got to be social. And I always remember what you said with your doctor, which was, he's like, your eyebrow fell off, man.
Yeah.
Your fucking nerves are high and you're drinking way too much. You got to stop drinking.
Yeah.
You're like, do you know what industry I work in?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Drink tequila then.
Yeah, just drink tequila.
Yeah, so I've been
good stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot too.
Nice. So, you know, speaking of drinking and stuff, there's a couple of stories that go around. Some that you've told me. I want you to tell me this story again, because I've heard it from you and I've heard it from a couple other people, of that panel that you were on at the Red Cat.
Oh yes.
With like, you know, Lauren Faust and some other folks. You got a take on that story?
Yeah. Craig McCracken and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That story was cool. What happened was I showed up at this thing. I was living off of Taco Bell meat, man, and no one knew that. I had a development deal with Adult Swim at the time. I'm the rawest motherfucker. I'm the best. Like in my mind, I'm the greatest cartoonist that ever lived, and that's how I walked into this Red Cat thing. It just happened to be a coincidence that as I was working on King Star King, the pilot, they invited me to this panel, and it happened to be with Craig, his wife, and a couple other people. I don't remember their names.
Yeah.
But you know, in my mind, like when you get a development deal, it's like you kind of reinvent yourself. You got to understand. You walk around, you think you have the greatest cartoon ever created.
Gotcha.
And you walk around and you draw like no one's drawn before.
Yeah.
And you think everything else before you is shit. And you've got the greatest and hypest and most awesome idea. Which to this day, I think King Star King really did.
I think that's a great attitude to have. You know, a lot of artists are really insecure, and no matter how successful they get, they think, I'm never going to be able to draw as good as this guy. I don't think you have that attitude.
I don't have that attitude, and I'll tell you why. Because I love other people's art. I can look at a shitty drawing and be like, I see good stuff in this, you know, and I have so many rare things. I love Powerpuff Girls, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
I like Wander Over Yonder, but I hate it. My Little Fucking Pony, I hate it.
You love it. You're a brony.
But I love it.
Yeah.
God damn, I hate it and I love it.
Yeah.
There's things about every cartoon I hate and love.
Yeah.
There's so much to it, but overall, what do I think? I think I'm the greatest cartoonist I ever lived. I think I'm better than Walt Disney. I think I'm better than John Lasseter, Tim Burton. Fucking Brad Bird can suck my dick. All these motherfuckers, I admire what they have done, but I don't think they took enough chances.
Gotcha.
I don't think they've lived life. I don't think they understand what making a cartoon can really be, what you can really do with life and all that stuff.
So I think on this panel, maybe you expressed a little bit of that.
Yes.
I think you felt, from what I remember, that they're avoiding like a certain topic about a show that Lauren worked on.
Oh yeah. Look, the Bronies, man. Like the Bronies was the thing that I just kept on bringing up. They're just an interesting people. I wish I had fucking Bronies. Like they are people that some jerk off to My Little Pony. Some are just fascinated with My Little Pony and have every memorabilia in their house.
Yeah. Don't you think most of them jerk off to My Little Pony?
I do. I don't know if most of them do. I would love.
I mean, that's what I assume.
I would watch the video over and over again of a brony putting a My Little Pony in their ass.
Yeah.
I would watch it, and I'd watch it continuously on efuck.com. Like that type of thing.
Is that your favorite porn site?
That is the gnarliest porn site, without a doubt. When I am feeling shitty and low, I put on efuck.com, not to jerk off.
Yeah.
Just to see how girls break down and cry, and just like the porn that they realize they're doing is really bad, and yeah, they have humiliating situations. You have pencils?
So you got pencils? Look, they're all over there.
Oh my
pencils. We got
fucking
pencil,
God!
We got pencil
You got
sharpeners.
number 2 pencil. That's my favorite.
We got pencil sharpeners. So after you brought up this subject,
I just broke it.
Alright, well, there's more. There's more where they came from. So after you brought up that subject, how was it received by the other panelists?
She would not talk about it. She,
Right on.
obviously, she's been told by Disney not to talk about it. She's no longer in charge of that thing.
Yeah.
though.
Gotcha.
And that's another thing that people do not understand. They think I'm a degenerate, fucking lowlife that doesn't understand or look into the industry at all. I am invested in this industry so much. I love hearing dramatic stories. I've heard rumors about people in this industry doing drugs, smoking weed, whatever, doing coke, eat, whatever. Their brains break down.
Yeah.
And they become whatever. The psychology behind that fascinates me in so many ways. My charger, do you have a one of these I can borrow?
Yeah. It's no good? Here, give me it. I'll charge it over here.
Thanks.
Is it not plugged in? Oh, shit. Oh, did these run out of battery?
Oh, they're plugged in.
They're plugged in?
Oh,
Is this
fuck.
not? Oh, wait, there we go.
Yeah.
It's just a weird one. All right.
Okay.
Sharpen
Scott,
pencil.
I do not shit where I eat.
Yeah.
I've never fucked a girl where I work.
All right.
I've never touched a girl where I work. I don't do any of that. I just stay away from that. There's gazillions of fishes. Gazillions.
That's true.
I'll take you to strip club. You'll fall in love that night. You'll fucking fall in love with a hooker stripper. Take her sorcery will mess you up.
So we're gonna get into that subject next, but just let me say, I heard that you know, one of the audience members talked to you a little bit about this panel afterwards.
Oh yeah. Sorry, man. I'm hopping.
That's the way it works. So, did you have a conversation with Peter Chung afterwards?
Oh yeah. Peter fucking that dude, man. Oh my god. So Peter Chung was talking to Penn, and I walked up to Penn just to say, hey, what's up? I mean, we were all classmates. And Peter Chung told him, he's like, JJ, I think you're an asshole. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, Peter Chung fucking suck on knees. And that's what I told him to suck my dick, dude. And he's like,
but then what
fuck
happened?
You. He told me to go fuck myself.
All right, well.
And I don't care, man. Look, Eon Flux, I loved it. But
Eon Flux is
get
pretty
over the
badass.
past, man. Your new shit sucks. Not to say that my new shit is not gonna suck, but I don't like any of your stuff.
May I reiterate that everything in this interview is JJ's opinions. Alright.
Dude, it's
Anyway.
okay, man. Look, your new stuff is flashy, it's cool, it's got all the anime that I'm supposed to enjoy, but I'm not digging it. I don't even watch it. I can't stand it. But Eon Flux, congratulations, dude, you killed it. Like, I think Son of Satan's probably been the best work I've done. King Star King, I put my ass into it, but people didn't gravitate to it as much as Son of Satan. But I'll be real about that.
I think King Star King's for a very particular audience.
Yeah, and I
I'm
didn't
one
mean it
of
to be
them.
like that.
So anyway, and then you had an altercation with the security there.
Oh yeah. So I was drinking a 40, and security, they didn't like me drinking alcohol. So they said like, hey man, you're drinking beer, get out of here. And I was like, dude, you gotta understand, I was living in Hollywood, I was partying hard those days, man. Like for security telling me to like drop a beer, I was okay with it. I was like, sure, I'll leave. But then the Red Cap people wanted me to leave. So they had like, I have the photo, and I'll give it to you. Like 6 security guards guide me out of Red Cap.
Really, they didn't trust that you were going to leave on your own.
No, and it's so funny because they're circling me, and I had to walk out.
All right. So we're talking about King Star King.
Yes.
How did KSK come about?
So KSK, long story short, I developed a show for Cartoon Network. It was awesome. It was called Sticks and Bones, but they told me it was too much like Adventure Time, which was on its very first season at that particular time, which was like 2010 or some shit like that. I don't even remember. And so Mike Lazo happened to see King Star King through Nick Weidenfeld. So Mike hit me up and he's like, hey man, I want you to develop a show. Can you sister Super Jail? And I was like, fuck yeah. So I created a show called Happy Land. He came in, he liked the work, and he said, I want to meet this kid JJ. He flew from Atlanta, Georgia to come meet me, which was awesome.
He hates coming out here.
He fucking hates coming out here, but he saw something. That's what I'm telling you, Chris. He saw the precision, the fucking genius, the madness, the brilliance behind this artwork I did for Happy Land, which I do still have. And he came in, and I said, fuck yeah, I'm gonna meet my goddamn Lasso, a genius in this industry, man. To me, he's better than Walt. He's neck and neck with Walt Disney, man. Jeffrey Katzenberg, he's right up there with them. So he came in, I met him. Nick rushed me out. As I'm leaving, I say, hey Mike, here's my sketchbooks. I had 3 books worth of my sketchbooks. 3 books I made of my sketchbook, and I gave it to Mike. And he looked at it on the way back to Atlanta, Georgia. That's where Adult Swim is. And he called up Nick the very next day. He said, cancel Happy Land. I want JJ to do a show based on this drawing in a sketchbook. So that was it.
That is why my class was.
And you know what I said? Cha-ching! More money in my pocket, man. I'm down with that. So he had me stop. I based a fucking King Star King off a drawing, which I don't have that drawing. I sold it. But
who bought that drawing?
I don't remember. It was in a gallery.
That's a lucky.
But I have that painting. I have it scanned. Okay. So I could show that to you one day. And that was it, man. That's how King Star King was made.
All right.
And I hooked up. Yeah, that was it.
That's a good story.
It was all right, man.
Look at that actual information.
Now, how I got to you is a whole nother thing.
That's true. You want to talk about that?
Fuck yeah, that's a pretty evil story in itself, man. That's probably top 3 evil stories in Hollywood that had happened to me.
All right.
Should I get real with it?
You get as real as you want. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so I was linked up with this guy named Eric Kaplan, who's the head writer on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
He had a studio called Mirari Films in Romania. And long story short, they weren't pulling their weight with the animation and work they were supposed to do. So
may I reiterate that this is all alleged.
So somehow Adult Swim understood my frustration. They had been through it before with Mirari Films, with other TV show that they had. So with that said, they asked me if there's any other studios I'd be interested in to make King Star King if it went to series. And I just happened to have done a Stussy project with you with Real Deal Comics.
That was a great project.
And
can we talk about how much we love Real Deal for a second?
Real Deal Comics is hands down my #1 favorite comic of all time. Lawrence Hubbard, who did the cover of Snoop Dogg, Dame Funk album. I can't even begin to explain to you how much that guy is my favorite comic book artist of all time, dude. Yeah. He's the best. He's the fucking best. I love every goddamn inch of that motherfucker. So it's weird that Chris happened to. I called up Titmouse. I said, "Hey, I need a 60-second commercial done for Stussy. Will you be able to do it?" And you said, "For what?" And I said, "Real Deal." And you.
I was like, I don't care what the budget is, we're doing it. I was like, Ben, I don't care if we lose money on this shit.
The very first
Real Deal is fucking amazing.
And the very first thing you said was, I used to keep that comic by my toilet and read it every day.
I did.
Yeah. And that meant a lot.
I recently found my old Real Deal T-shirt that I bought at like Comic-Con in like 1999 or something.
Yeah. And that means so much. I mean, the comics that you keep by your toilet, that's a special fucking comic.
They're the good ones.
Yeah, those are the good ones.
The shit readers.
Right. So anyways, so Lawrence, he was stoked, dude. He was happy that you knew his stuff so well. And so I'm like half concentrating on my drawing, half like concentrating on.
Well, that's where you're gonna get some weird shit. I'm not trying to draw well. I'm just trying to doodle.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on the telephone, right?
When you
get good ideas, you get good weird shit. So, anyway, we're talking about drawings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like to draw with?
Okay, I draw with everything.
Yeah.
But I notice, like, really a lot of my best stuff comes out in bars and strip clubs and
You like going to strip clubs?
I love going to strip clubs.
I know.
I'm such an old school degenerate with going to strip clubs.
Yeah.
Like cam girls, porn on internet.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Strip clubs.
Strip clubs
is my favorite thing, and it's so sad because I do waste a lot of money in strip clubs. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And you know what? I can't. I love taking pussies to strip clubs, like dudes that obviously watch too much porn.
Yeah.
And like because the touch of a real girl on you, I mean, it takes all that superficial, what do they say, desensitizing of porn like away from you to have a real, genuine slut whore touch you. Oh my God.
How does that feel?
You're embodying something of history. You're embodying Toulouse-Lautrec. You're embodying
I was just
Van
gonna
Gogh.
say Toulouse-Lautrec. It's like there's a history.
There's a history. Not only that,
artists.
what is the first business that has ever been invented? Porn. Porn. I mean, not porn. Prostitutes. Prostitutes was the very first business that ever had been invented.
Yeah.
Salute.
So
to prostitutes.
Yeah.
To this day, they still live there. Have I fucked with prostitutes? Maybe I have. But look, that's not my problem. I mean, I couldn't help it. The sorcery of these strippers mess you up in the worst ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
It's just like, because you will go into a strip club and you will go, I am not going to spend more than $20. But if that one captures you, and it happens every 1 out of 40 times, 30 times you go into a strip club, that one will
Only
get you.
1 out of 40.
Well, I mean, it's that one, that girl that's from Idaho that's just passing through Hollywood. That girl from Kentucky that just happens to be on Sunset. It'll mess you up. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, what else inspires you? So, like, all right, you brought up Toulouse-Lautrec, you brought up Lawrence Hubbard. What other kind of artists influenced you growing up?
Oh my God. I mean,
well, here's one that I see in your work, right?
Yeah.
And this is less of an artist than a
Oh God.
like, kind of brand
Please
of
do
thing.
not say who's that fucking animator that does
I was gonna say the characters of McDonald Land.
Oh my God.
Like I see like a continuous theme of that.
Thank
like,
God.
This kind of like Sid and Marty Krofft, like Mayor McCheese, that kind of angle, right? Did you watch a lot of commercials?
Who's that guy that did Coonskin?
Oh, Ralph Bakshi.
Right. You see,
Yeah.
people keep saying I'm like Ralph. I'm not.
You know, Ralph was the very first guy who hired me for reals. It's Ralph Bakshi, and then
Are you
he
serious?
shut down his shop and
I did not know that.
left town. He's a great guy. I talk to him every once in a while.
Is he? I had no
He
idea.
called me a couple, maybe about a year and a half ago, talking about wanting to do a movie. And I was like, great, let's talk. And then I was like, you need to talk to my producer. And he talked to Ben, you know,
The best producer on
Ben
earth.
Kalana, fucking awesome producer. And then Ralph calls me. Actually, Ben talked to me. He's like, I don't think my conversation went so well with Ralph. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. He started screaming at me. And then Ralph calls me like 10 minutes later. He's like, who is this guy that you set me up with? This guy is like a robot. All he wants to do is talk about money. And I was like, well, he's the producer. You know, that's what he does. He talks about money.
That's Ben, and that's the genius of Ben. Ben, I admire him so much. Let me tell you this. I'll fucking put this on camera. Oh shit! Switch. Oh!
Switch. All right, let's switch. That's the switch alarm. Let's do it.
Oh my God!
Look at that. That's a nice thing to implement. Dan comes through with the switch alarm. All right, let's carefully peel the tape.
It's already been 30 minutes.
And then we'll do a little switcheroo here, right?
Fucking serious?
All right. So let me get. What do you got here? Oh, you're spitting beer on it. All right, this is gonna be some real good art there. Nice. I like it. All right, here we go. And that's how we'll do.
Jesus, you drew so much more than me, dude.
I don't know. You drew a lot more of the paper than I did. I gotta say.
Here. All right.
So anyway, so McDonald Land.
Oh yeah. So Ralph Bakshi, I'm nothing like Ralph, man.
Gotcha.
But second thing, the the McDonald's characters, yeah, they're my favorite characters by far.
Gotcha.
They're so brilliant in so many ways of being evil as well as being genius character designs. It's just like,
And those were clearly like kind of like influenced by Sid and Marty Krofft, right?
Sid and Marty Krofft are brilliant. I've met them like, I've never like sat down and like talked to them, but you know they were selling some bullshit at Comic-Con, whatever. but yeah, their designs are genius. I mean, McDonald's most evil characters, making you eat yourself to death, and then coming up with those characters. Oh my god, it rivals Mickey. It really does. Like those characters are so good.
So let me ask you some specifics.
Yes.
So, like Mayor McCheese, you think he's delicious?
Dude, you see, Mayor McCheese, he is greasy, man.
Mm-hmm.
All those characters are so fucked up.
Like is he made of like does he have to be refrigerated? Like is his patty, is he like made out of ground up cows, or is he his own kind of meat?
That's the thing. That's where your mind goes. Like, you cannot deny it. If you draw Mayor McCheese, and I ended up doing two characters, Burger Bitch and Carmine Excremente, both were burger heads. And thinking of Mayor McCheese and the police cop, fucking Sid and Marty Krofft character.
You know, he just had a fucking lame name. You know what his name was?
What was his name?
This is why nobody remembers it. Big Mac. That was his name.
That was his
That's
name?
it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was just named after the sandwich.
Big Mac. Fucking Big Mac, man. That guy was brilliant too. God, when you start drawing a burger head, your mind, dude, doesn't. You think about it. This is greasy. This is disgusting. These characters are evil, but they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
That's what fucks you up. That's what makes you realize, oh my god, I'm dealing with brilliant character designs here.
So when you had to draw the Burger Bitch, who did the voice for Burger Bitch?
Burger Bitch is Rachel Butera,
she's from
Howard Stern
right?
Show. That's where we
Talk
heard
about
her.
how you got her on board.
Tommy Blanca said, look, man, if you want a girl, I know Rachel Butera. I said, who is she? And he's like, the girl from Howard Stern. I said, oh my god. I knew her work already.
Yeah. So you're a Stern guy, right?
I'm a huge Stern
So
guy.
you grew up listening to Stern?
I did not grow up listening to Stern. I just started listening to Stern in 2009 when I got a Chrysler 300, which already had 100,000 miles on it, and it came with Sirius.
Gotcha. So he's not an influence in your art style growing up, or your sensibility, your tone?
No.
He was just a good fit.
Awesome.
You heard it, you liked it.
He blew my mind, man. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. I realized, I heard the genius. I heard like what great skills he has in his little world of art and stuff he did.
Gotcha. So back to the McDonald Lands guys, right?
Yeah.
So the fry guys.
Yes. Those guys.
So are they made out of fries?
Those guys.
Or they just look like fries?
Oh my god.
Because they eat fries, right?
Yeah. Those guys.
So if they're made out of fries and they eat fries, that's fucked up.
Yeah. No, those guys are so man, they look like little cotton balls. Like, they just look so cute. Again, another brilliant character design, man. Like, the marketing tools of McDonald's are of Disney's level by far. Even though their sales have hugely dropped lately. McDonald's sales.
Oh, really? Is that a statistic?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I believe it. It's
Yeah.
obviously true.
It's so true.
Yeah. Allegedly. So then the Grimace, right?
Grimace.
He used to have 4 arms. You know that, right?
Oh my god, the forearm
He used
was...
to be a bad guy. He used to steal shakes, and then he became a good guy.
What happened?
So you think when he fucking lost his 2 arms, like that led to him, to his like reform, to him feeling like he had to become good?
I would love to know why they decided to take those 2 arms away.
Yeah.
I mean, that meeting, that pitch, that letter, that email, whatever it was, why did they take those 2 arms away, man?
You think that there was like focus groups involved with that?
There was definitely focus groups.
Like the kids are scared of 4 arms.
Oh my god,
The
man.
kids don't like Grimace because he steals. You
Yes.
gotta make him a character that's likable. And
There's
they're like, well, he's the bad guy. He's the Grimace. His name is even made after like an expression that is unpleasant.
there's focus groups. There's focus groups on so many, like with King Starkin, there's focus groups on the tits and the asses,
Yeah.
which got us in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, there's focus groups on too much semen. There's focus groups on feces. There's focus groups on the most the worst subjects you can think of. There's focus groups on narcotics. It looks too much like drugs. There's so many focus
So speaking
groups.
of like cartoon tits.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have any fictional character crushes?
Yes, I used to jerk off to comic books.
Yeah.
All the
Which
time.
comics? What was your favorite character to jerk off to?
Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
Oh
Okay.
my
Yeah, of course.
god, the disgust. I jerked off to Heavy Metal all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's foul.
Which one? What was your favorite?
Oh my, I don't remember
10?
the names.
Ranks of Rocks?
There was
those guys?
I don't remember any of the names. There's a lot.
That Ranks of Rocks one, I don't even know how to.
It was this
pronounce it.
girl with
Made me
black
feel
hair.
dirty
It
because
was
the
really-
girl was really young and they showed her naked. It was real French.
Yeah. Or
Even as a kid, I was like, that seems a little weird.
yeah, you're right. I
You know
remember
that
that.
one?
I remember that one. I do. Wait, do you remember Tick when they used to grab it was like a little timer and you used to turn it, and whenever you turned it, it turned one girl horny,
I don't remember.
and
that
she would
one.
start like finger blasting
Alright.
herself in a
Gotcha.
group.
Oh, you like the term finger blast? You like finger blasting better than finger banging?
I love finger blasting better than finger
me
blasting.
too.
Yeah.
Finger blasting. Some people
I
like
finger blasted a girl's asshole the other day.
You did. Or you want to draw a picture?
I'll fucking
About
draw a
it?
picture
Why don't
of
you draw a
that shit.
picture
Yeah,
about it?
it was this one girl I was hooking up with, and she said, all of a sudden we were making out, and she had her ass in my face,
Yeah.
and then she stuck her finger in her butt, and it deep, her middle finger.
Yeah?
And then
How
I'm
was
getting
that?
chubby thinking about it. And then I was like, oh my god. And then she turned around and she says, I love it in the ass.
Yeah.
And I said,
And then what happened?
I said, I've always wanted a girl that loves it in the ass.
Yeah?
I mean,
And
that's
then?
all I could think of.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, from there, it was just like,
You held hands?
no.
They held
We
hands
didn't.
with each other.
We didn't hold hands.
Yeah.
It went on to me actually doing finger blasting her in the ass.
Alright. So you switched it up a little bit. You gave
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
You didn't
It's
just
degenerate.
receive.
Look, I
Yeah.
love filthy people. I love filthy girls. I love beautiful girls. I love romantic girls. I love all kinds of girls, man.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah. All these girls.
And you
are
give
love-
back.
Yeah, I
If somebody's
give back.
gonna finger blast your ass,
No,
they're getting their ass finger blasted right
That
back.
it hasn't happened yet. I think I've wanted it in this like weird subconscious way, a girl to finger blast my ass,
Yeah.
but I never let it happen.
You don't let it happen?
I haven't yet. And
Alright.
Jenny McCarthy swears that all men love to get finger blasted in the
Yeah.
ass.
Alright, so let me ask you this.
So,
So like your work,
yeah.
like more than
Dude,
most-
right now I'm feeling a little more chill.
Yeah?
Like this whole first 30 minutes, like,
Yeah.
it was kind of like rough.
Well, you know, that's what happens. This is an experiment. We're
Yeah.
just editing. We'll see what happens.
I drew the girl finger blasting her whole ass.
So, check it out. Your work, more than like most animation folks, or even the other way around, there's a couple guys that do it, like, you know, maybe Tim Biscuit or Ben Jones, but you straddle that line between the animation world and the fine art world.
Yeah.
Right? So, who do you dig in the fine art world?
Final
who do
world,
you dig?
Damien Hirst,
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
This other guy named Paul McCarthy,
Yeah.
not McCartney, Paul McCarthy. And if you
Did you hear about how when, like, Paul McCartney did a song with like Kanye,
Yeah.
that like all these kids were like,
who's
who's this? Who's this guy?
Yeah, I heard
Is it
about
good,
that.
Good that Kanye's giving
I'm glad
this kid a
Kanye's
break.
giving back
Yeah, exactly.
to unknown people. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then who
So
else?
this guy named Paul McCarthy, you would love his shit actually. There's so many. You got to realize, I have a high anxiety of new artists
Yeah,
because a lot of people in animation and cartoons they get stuck. in a realm of art and drawing. It's sad. It's depressing. You see them wither away. I've seen it happen to my friends. They don't reinvent themselves. They don't look at new work. They don't draw in sketchbooks. They don't try photography. They don't draw in their sketchbook. Did I just say that? They don't do fine arts. They don't practice new stuff. It shows, man. It's so depressing to see people wither away. I hate it. I fucking run.
So what should people do?
People should constantly be looking at new art. Constantly be trying to say, oh my God.
And not just going into the Disney archives and looking at old, like, milk call scenes, right?
Milk call scenes are great.
I mean, they're great.
What did Milk Call do when he went home drunk off of whiskey because all those 9 old men fucking were alcoholics?
Allegedly,
dude, what did he go home and what did he go draw? He drew dicks, dude. He drew pussy. He drew fucking KKK. No, just kidding. He drew the most racist shit. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm saying it's like all these guys had dark lives, dark edges. They all did it, but they like.
Well, I think one of the
you don't see those. You don't see those things.
Yeah, people used to draw from life, right? All those old school animators, they made that shit up. So they were looking at stuff. They're like, I want to draw a guy walking. I'm gonna look at people walking.
Right.
Now people just look at animation that's been done.
Yes.
They have their bag of tricks.
Exactly.
You know, I'm guilty of it. I got a bag of tricks I go to.
Dude,
I don't always have time.
Dude.
But when I taught, I was like,
where'd you teach?
I taught at the School of Visual Arts.
I didn't know that.
For 1 semester.
When?
2000. It was like intro to animation. And
Titmouse wasn't even invented.
No, it's true. I would have stayed, but I moved to LA. So anyway, one of the standing assignments was draw 10 pages in your sketchbook every week, right? That's not hard.
That's
You could do that, like, without even thinking about it. You probably do it every day.
We're doing it right now.
It's amazing how many kids couldn't draw. That's if they take the weekends off. That's 2 pages a day. That's nothing.
Okay.
And I was like, draw whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to draw realistic. You could scribble. You could do whatever you want. Just anything. Just draw all the time.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how people want to go to school for animation and not want to be drawing all the time.
I don't.
It's kind of crazy, right?
It's the weirdest thing. And then when they do draw, some of these people, they draw in a monotonous style. They draw in, I know Tim Burton style. I'm gonna keep drawing like Tim Burton. I know Glenn Keane style. I'm gonna keep drawing Glenn Keane. Like,
so you think people try to figure out a style?
I think people are
just
murdering their own careers.
Yeah.
I think people are constantly not aware of the bigger world. I think when they go to a studio like Titmouse, they get in the bubble of Titmouse. When they go to a studio like Cartoon Network, they're in the bubble of Cartoon. When they DreamWorks, I've seen it happen. I've been to many studios, and I've seen it happen. So many people, and it's
hard to keep fresh.
It's the worst shit ever, man. It is worse than seeing a homeless person shit in the street. Is watching a person piss away their fucking career, their life.
Yeah.
You're pissing away their life.
Pretty strong opinions about that.
Yeah. Because it's so common. How many people have the balls like you to make a fucking studio? How many people have the balls?
I didn't intend to. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, but it took balls, man.
All right.
You were offered by the master, Star Wars. Who's that guy that created Star Wars?
Tell that story.
What's his name? What's that guy?
George Lucas.
George Lucas. He said, "Hey man, I'm bringing back Star Wars. Come by my place. It's called ILM. I want you to check it out."
I like your version of the story. It's a good version.
I want you to check it out.
100%
you went,
true.
But you knew.
Yeah.
At the same time, this fucking show called Metalocalypse was pitched to you, and that you were supposed to make it, and then you were given the opportunity to do Star Wars: Attack of the Killer Clones, or Metalocalypse.
And that's exactly how it happened.
And what'd you pick?
But basically,
what'd you pick?
Well, it wasn't. I gotta say, if you want to get it real, I was thinking. I was like, I can't believe I'm about to turn down. Like Star Wars. As a little kid, you're like, fuck. That's all you want to do is Star Wars.
The Phantom Menace.
My 6-year-old self was like, you fucking turn down Star Wars? He would give my adult self like the middle finger. He would be horrified. But I worked with this guy, Dave Filoni, at Nickelodeon on Avatar, and he was a director. He was really good, and we'd go to lunch, and we'd all shit on those new Star Wars movies, and he was the sole guy who would defend them, and he was super into it, and he was sincere, and he loved it. And when they asked me, they're like, you want it? I was like, I don't even want to. No, I don't want it. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yes.
But the guy that you should hire is Dave Filoni, and the guy hadn't directed very many things at the time. He was a long shot, a wild card. He went up there to interview. He called me like a couple weeks later. He's like, I got that job. I got Star Wars. And he's the guy who should have it. He still loves it. He's super talented motherfucker.
He's at ILM?
He's at whatever they call it up there now. Like it was I think it's just like Lucas Animation or something. I don't know. I went up and worked on the ranch. He gave me a board. He's like, you want to do a board? I was like, that I can handle. I went up there and
Is that for the Clone Wars?
He gave me, here's what happened. I went up there and he was like, man, I'm sorry you had to come all the way up here because they can't tell you a secret. They can't tell you what you're going to work on until you get there. And he's like, hand me the script, and it was a Jar Jar episode. Oh! We really need help on this one, man. He's like, do me a solid and I'll give you a Yoda one next time. After one board, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, why did I accept to do this? I knew in my heart of hearts that like I just couldn't get behind that revised Star Wars.
You think that people gonna die?
Exactly. And there were like some technical limitations at the time that weren't considered in the script. Whatever. You know what? Filoni pulled it off. That show for a TV budget and shit looks fucking phenomenal. They're making $1 million more. Whatever they're doing with that stuff, it's great.
Yeah.
So,
Disney.
Right.
Go Disney.
Yeah. So, all right. Another thing I want to talk to you about, another influence that's apparent in your work,
Yeah.
is Masters of the Universe.
Oh my God,
Right?
yeah.
So Orko, tell me about Orko.
Oh my God. So Orko was always a cool character, but I had a friend who got hooked on crack.
Yeah.
And he went to the mental institution. He went to rehab, and a lot during this time, he was drawing a character.
Yeah.
And it was Orko.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know the guy's name. I mean, this guy, when you go through all that stuff like crack and prostitutes and mental institutions, you're being real when you say, I don't know his name. I don't know this character's name, but he's in He-Man. He has the O on his chest.
Yeah.
And this guy is a professional artist.
Yeah.
And he would draw him constantly. When I heard that story and him tell me that story, I had a new love for Orko.
Gotcha.
More than ever before. To make me realize how dark Orko really is.
And how dark is he?
He's probably one of the most darkest characters ever created. Because,
What is he?
Because you don't know what he is. His eyes just are in that black mist.
Does he have a face, you think?
He doesn't have a face.
He doesn't have a face.
And he doesn't. You look up his robe. There's black.
Is he a ghost?
He's a fucking wizard.
He's a wizard.
When he always fucks up.
But is he like the ghost of a dead wizard?
Yeah. He could be a ghost or a dead wizard. That's the.
Is he whatever you want him to
The
be?
brilliance of Orko, it's not like so much like he is whatever you want him to be. It's just like he's the infinity. He's entity. You look into him, Orko knows shit, dude. He
What
might
does he
play
know?
off as the
What do you
goofy.
think he knows?
He might play off as the goofy motherfucker, but when you look at him, Chris, he's gonna look at you and go, I know you're about, but I'm gonna fuck up this trick right here to make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah. All right. And
That's what he said, and that's what he does. That's where I got. That's what I got. He is as close to David Lynch as you'll ever get in a cartoon.
so, is that why you wanted to do the voice
Puza? Yeah.
of Puza, who's essentially, is it, I don't
Generic
know.
version
it's like,
of Orko.
An homage, I'd say.
It's sure enough, and that character developed into a pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Puza ended up being. Which
So is that part of you?
I gotta be honest, like I think when I went into the sound booth, I'd never done a voice before for a character. But when I went in the sound booth and started doing Puza, I felt as close to as a gay person coming out of the closet as you could.
Why is that?
Because it was just this unleashing of what was in me for 32 years, or 33 years. No, 32 years. I got King Star King when I was 31. I did the voice when I was 32 of Puza.
And it felt good.
felt fucking great, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You finally got to
And then it started getting more perverted and gross as I started doing it at Titmouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the grossest thing you said? What's the most
I
perverted
couldn't
thing you
even
said?
begin to tell you.
Was there a lot of improv that never made it into the show?
There was.
Was there a gag that was too fucked
There are
up to make it
things-
into King Star King?
There are things that I said.
Tell me the most fucked up
No,
gag
no.
that couldn't make it into
I
King Star
can't
King.
even begin because it would throw me in jail.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was.
we don't want you to
It
go to
was
jail.
gross. It was so gross because you got to realize the people when they're recording you, they're looking at you, and to make them laugh, these are people that have known you for years. To make them laugh, you have to get to another level that is so deep and not.
You know, a lot of guys, like when
And Tommy
I
Blackout.
used to work on Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And we've recorded him for Beavis and Butthead even in the recent future on the other iterations. And Mike Judge likes to face away. He likes to not look at the people because I get it, because they'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know, you look at them and you start thinking about what to do to make the people behind that glass wall
I
laugh,
know!
instead of what you need to do and just get it in.
Can I tell you, the worst person to look at is Tommy Blackout.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tommy Blackout has not only written about probably every subject possible, but he's been through so many life obstacles at the hardest points of dealing with reality, that when you look at him and you're not making him laugh, you go further. And you say, I want to suck a guy's dick. You say, King Star King's balls in my mouth, and as I gurgle, and the sweat drips down my robe, out my ass. That's what you say. You say, you go, and that's when Tommy begins to somewhat smile. And then that is even making him laugh.
Yeah.
And then you go further, and then finally you go.
Tell me what further is.
Further, you can't go further because it gets you in such territory where Neckface, the artist, saw me go further, and he said, "You're being recorded," and I said, "I know." He said, "Neckface, a graffiti artist who's bombed New York high-rises, been thrown into jail multiple times, said, 'You're being recorded. You're going too far.'" I can't tell you things I've said in the booth. They're so bad. They're so against.
And Tommy's an intimidating guy because he's so fucking good. He's
so
such a good improv guy. I've had to do voices next to him in the booth, and he's so sharp, so quick. It's hard to keep up.
His improv is
It's unparalleled.
It's unparalleled.
There's only a couple guys that I've seen that can hang with him. And one of them's Brendan Small. When they were doing Metalocalypse, man, we got so spoiled, and then I tried to do jobs like that afterwards where we're like, the script's not quite ready, dialogue could use a little punch up, fuck it, let's just go in there and have the guys improv. And like, that always worked with Metalocalypse because of the caliber of those guys, but that don't work with everybody.
Tommy improv all of episode 3. He was Fat Frank. The whole thing was
man,
improv.
That's such a great character. Tell me about Fat Frank.
Fat Frank is a whorehouse owner.
Yeah.
And Tommy has obviously heard when you walk into a strip club and you go, hey, Roxy Diamond's about to get on stage. Are you ready for Roxy Diamond? And then get your dollar bills ready, boys, because she's gonna throw it all down. Right? He took it to that next level. He's heard that.
So Tommy's been to a lot of strip clubs as well.
He's heard that DJ before, and he made that whole episode about that DJ.
Are you telling me that Tommy has
Tommy and I have been to strip clubs.
A strip club DJ?
Oh, dude, he'd be the best. If he was a DJ,
strip club DJ, I gotta say.
that place would come up with so much more money. We got 5 minutes left, man.
All right, well, what else you want to talk about? You want to plug anything?
No, I don't want to plug shit. The only thing I would say else to talk about. I mean, there's so many subjects. I've got multiples. I've wrote them all down.
You got questions?
I
subjects, at least. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start off by saying what Titmouse is.
Okay.
If I can explain that.
All right,
Does that matter?
I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, Titmouse, to me, right? And I've worked at Disney, DreamWorks. I haven't worked at Pixar. They've never hired me, but I've worked at so many these other studios. It's a setting where they give me an incredible office right now as I'm developing a show. I'm making a show right now, and they give me an office to work on that show. Right? They give me the finest tequila. This is top shelf tequila. They give me the best office mate, Dan. Who I could not ask for a better person.
Dan right over there.
Dan is fucking.
He's operating the camera.
He set up all this technical shit. He built all this shit. You know what happened with Dan? I was setting this up in the corner, and I was like, he's like, what are you doing over there? I was like, I'm trying to set up this thing for this thing I'm doing. I'm gonna like come up every night and put one thing together every night. And he's like, looks at me, you know, he's a good guy.
You realize,
he didn't look at me in a condescending way.
Right.
He looked at it in a way that, like, do you need any help? And he's like, do you need any help? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And then like the next day it was all set up.
And that's happened on many occasions.
You ever hear Dan talk to like the other like Ladin or any of the other construction guys about artists? They're like, yeah, artists, like
they're real.
They're not
men.
like they're not like real humans. They don't know how they don't know how to change their
They're
will.
Spartans.
They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
If a problem arises.
Yeah. So I've been given this fucking Quasimodo Tower of Torture, as we call it, office. It's a brilliant office. Only artists can dream of having an office like that. I walk in and I am so thankful for all these things. This studio is run by brilliant people.
Well, you know, you don't have to say all this.
I don't have to say all this, but it's what I believe in, and I know, like, listen, it can be taken from me just like that, a snap.
Yeah.
By
the way, I forgot to tell you, we need to move in. Phil Renda's moving in tomorrow, taking your office.
Phil? Okay, that's happened before.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's the thing. I'm such a whore to this industry. I wouldn't even give a fuck. But all I'm saying is you know, a studio like this is not just it's not just run and taken for granted. I understand the genius and brilliance behind it, as well as.
I'm glad that you think there's genius and brilliance.
There is.
I think it's a little bit more seat of our pants. Figure it out as we go.
No, there isn't, because there's a ethic and a conduct, and within 10 seconds, honestly, of you and Shannon, of a new person walking in, you know if they're gonna vibe with the studio or not. And I've seen it many times, and I was a part of it. But listen, but I understand, it's all business.
Yeah.
And I take nothing personal.
Yeah.
In this industry, I take nothing personal. I have been rejected the best, and I've been said the worst. And nothing in this industry do I ever take personal, because that will gut you. And you just take the blows by the blows. Oh, one last thing. I mean, if I could say anything.
Say one more thing. Is this your parting words?
This is my parting words.
All right, JJ Villard's parting words.
My parting words are
JJ's parting words.
I dream.
At the camera.
I constantly think. I am a 100 living being of cartoons, but there's a separation where I understand cartoons are my profession, but they're not my life. And if there's one thing that I could tell people in this industry is work all those hours. I don't give a fuck, right? But you know, you gotta live life, man, because it shows in your artwork, and it will reflect in all the worst ways. You will become sad if all you do is make your life cartoons. But you gotta live. You gotta go out there and enjoy yourself personally, in any way whatsoever. Do you do that? You gotta try it.
Yeah, no. Now I do. I got a kid. Now I try to just hang out with him on the weekends. It's fun. I actually really dig being a dad way more than I thought I would. I thought I was gonna fuck it up. I thought I was gonna be a horrible father. I thought he'd grow up, be like 25 years old, and confront me and be like, "You didn't care about me growing up. You only cared about your damn cartoons. I hate you."
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna go okay. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Just talk to me in 22 and a half years, and we'll see. We'll recap and see if that happened.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter because I will always make the best cartoons. So
Alright.
anyone that wants to try and make a cartoon as cool as mine, it won't happen. So
Alright.
just learn to live your life and be happy with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy a McDonald's Big Mac, a Twinkie, whatever you want to do, because cartoons are the best.
I'm gonna cheers to that, and I'm gonna refill my drink so that I'm not fake cheersing.
Oh, I was supposed to offer you a mask.
Do you want? Oh, yeah. I'll put on a mask here. I'll put on a mask. I'll put on a mask. Wait, let me refill. You need a refill? You still got some in there?
Of course.
You want some more ice, or you just want to pour this in there? All right, we'll just go. All right, we're going for it. All right, there we go. All right, what's this mask? Let's try out the mask. All right. So.
Salud. Are you gonna drink all this?
Salute.
Salud.
JJ Villard.
Thank you, Chris.
Cartoonist.
Thank you. To
Extraordinaire.
Dan, Chris,
Artist.
everyone.
He says, live your life, don't just make cartoons, right?
Yeah.
Live your life.
It's your profession. It ain't your life.
I know.
Salud.
Here we go. It's hard to drink with a mask. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna spit this tequila out.
I'm not trying to, man. This shit is so hardcore.
Alright, tongue and pencil. This is the tongue and pencil. How'd it go? How'd you like it? I think it's over now.
I love
Did you have a good time? Alright. You gonna throw it?
Chirp.